from Los Angeles, California, where the mad scientist party at.
Oh! Hello there, friends! And welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man whose pants and underwear were stolen while he was put under and is now wagging his Novocaine-induced boner around at us all. That's Geoff Clark.
What's up?
And transmitting to us from the Mariana Trench, the bearded booger-eating mermaid known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo! Where did you say I was coming from, though?
The Mariana Trench?
I believe it's Mariana's Trench.
Well, I think there's two. Let's let Uncle Google be the decider here. All right, I'm going to Google.
No, you are correct. I am wrong.
Yeah, sit the fuck down over there, Shuddy Boy! You son of a fucking bitch!
Listen,
Suck on my dick!
That was deserved. I came in acting like I was the end-all be-all, and you were correct.
Shuddy out here acting like he's a fucking trench scientist. Don't worry, Shuddy. I'm sure you'll get me at some point during the episode.
I believe you do mean oceanographer, but that's fine. We can let that one slide.
No, we don't fuck with that stupid bullshit around here. They're fucking trench scientists. Geoff, how is your mouth doing?
Better. Obviously, it's been, 5 days since my wisdom teeth removal surgery. Got it done Thursday, recording the day after Memorial Day, Tuesday. It did hurt like shit the first few days, and I still wake up in pain or sometimes go to sleep in some pain, but they've given me 600 milligram ibuprofen and codeine to help with the pain, so I have 5 more of each pill.
Now,
that should carry me
Are they fun
to
at all?
Friday. Not really.
Yeah, doesn't
Geoff,
that suck?
I dare you to take all 5 of both right now.
That would be bad news. We might make podcast history.
Yeah, we'll live stream Geoff's death.
Live stream an overdose.
Yeah, so those like Tylenol with codeine is such bullshit. I feel like for Shuddy, you've had your wisdom teeth out, right?
I mean, yeah, but this was before you and I met each other, so 25 years ago almost.
But like all three of us, we've had our wisdom teeth out, and it sucks.
Oh, yeah,
It hurts.
that's where you're going. Yeah,
It's fucking
that's
painful.
not good. It's not.
There are moments in life where they should dust off the old prescription pad and give you the good shit, because I mean, if you stub your toe, they shouldn't give you a fucking triple stack bottle of OxyContin. But if you get, 4 teeth pulled out of your head and your gum stitched up, it's gonna hurt. It's a couple painful days. And fucking Tylenol can suck my taint. Fuck that.
Well, good rant, but maybe I mistakenly told you what I have? I have ibuprofen and codeine. I have 2 different
Oh,
pills.
it's not the combo.
No.
Okay. So wait.
I was confused why Kevin went. You said it that way. You said ibuprofen and codeine, and you said I have 5 of each left.
I thought that was just Geoff being a bing boing and like, like when he says attack on the Titan. And instead of saying I have ibuprofen with codeine, I have ibuprofen on codeine.
And codeine.
It's impressive, Kevin. Somehow you make me look like the idiot here. Well done. So
I'm disappointed that you didn't ask for liquid codeine.
What the fuck is this shit?
No.
I don't want these stupid pills.
We know my track record with liquid codeine. That almost fucking put an end to my MSPH experience and really life experience.
Yeah,
I didn't know if I was ever going to come back from that.
it almost put an end to the dragon in general.
Yeah, it's almost a deal breaker for the dragon. Um, but no, I haven't really been able to party on these pills. Unfortunately, they've only been used for my pain. I was hoping. Is that in Arizona?
Oh, no. It's a fucking Fallout themed water tumbler.
Uh-huh.
It's a cup of water. It's just a cup.
Pretty much.
Oh, it's an insulated cup. Okay, it's got a lid on it.
Yeah.
Well, that's from that awesome TV series.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Or the video game that came way before it.
I got tricked into buying this from a fucking Facebook ad. Because, like, when I was getting, a shipment of liquid death every month, I was getting them faster than I could drink them. Then I was just like, all right, well, I'll just keep this giant wall of liquid death in case, the shit ever hits the
apocalypse.
fan. I got a nice supply of water, but it's just so cluttered in my apartment that I was just like, all right, I'm making my way through these. And I got in such a habit of anytime I'm taking a road trip somewhere, if I'm driving to see Carl, just taking one for the road. And I was like, you know what? Now that they're all gone, I do need some sort of tumbler. Because Carl has her fucking Stanley cup that she's obsessed with. And I was like, all right, I'll buy this thing. I pretty much got duped. This thing is... there's a message on the side that is every other word is misspelled. The vendor that I bought it from, I saw the ad pop up again and I clicked it and they changed their profile picture to like a hot chick. And when I looked at it, the page had 3 likes and I was like, oh no, I think I probably just gave away my identity. But, a month and a half later, it comes in the mail and it is not very insulated, covered in typos, does not drink very well. It looks kind of cool if I just like show it to you guys like, oh, look, a fucking Fallout thing. But in actuality, it kind of sucks. But anyway.
That's probably somebody just made that on like their Cricut machine.
Yeah, there's no way that this is an officially licensed product, especially with all the fucking typos on it. I got taken, but at least it showed up. But Geoff, how bad was like the first couple days? Could you talk at all?
Yeah, I could talk a little bit, but it was very like subdued and just kind of quiet. Still kind of am a little quiet. Don't feel like projecting as much.
How long did you wait before you tried to eat something?
What did I have the first day?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine you got to eat a lot of slimes.
Yeah, well, my girlfriend did a good job of like making me a wisdom like a friendly meal that I could eat, or a bunch of different meals that I could eat. She made me mac and cheese. She made me mushroom risotto,
Oh my goodness.
mashed potatoes. I still have the mushroom risotto and mashed potatoes pretty well stocked up in my fridge. So that's what I've been eating the past few days. I got some Jello, which I really haven't had much of. So
Are you a Jello fan? Or is it just because because you can eat it right now?
Yeah, that's the only reason I would have it. I'm not anti-Jello, but I'm not really. I'd never go out and buy that or pudding for that matter.
Yeah, if it's
But
not a Jello
okay.
shot, I don't think I'm interested.
Yeah, I've never been a Jello kid. I was not a Jello kid growing up.
No, me neither.
Yeah. Nope.
Once,
Same here.
Jigglers became a thing, though. I got a little bit more into them.
A jiggler,
It's a
huh?
jiggler.
You don't remember the Jello advertising Jello jigglers? Like they made mold, like cookie mold type things, so the Jello could be fun little shapes.
No.
Oh my
I
God,
do not remember that. Were they dick-shaped?
No, they were just like,
I don't think the shape was the issue for me not really being into Jello.
well, I mean, that was the only way that it was moderately fun for me was when uh the Jello came in fun shapes. But I always preferred pudding.
Yeah, I'd prefer pudding over Jello too. What's the difference between pudding and mousse?
Mousse is more whipped cream like,
Yeah, it's more airy,
and pudding is more
but
dense.
pudding and mousse.
Jeff, do you know the difference
Pudding,
between jelly and jam?
I can't jelly my dick into your ass.
um, pudding requires heat to come together with the right consistency, whereas mousse is just whipped.
I
I think
think
the only time I've ever had mousse is like at an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, you guys got mousse?
Exactly.
Although I do like these parfaits from Sweet Jill's, a local bakery, and I'm pretty sure they have chocolate mousse in there as well. But other than that, I don't know how many times I've had mousse.
so.
So
Jeff, did you get the thingy, the rinse bottle that you have to like put the nozzle in your fucking gaping tooth hole? No?
no, no.
Oh man.
Um, Ashlyn, longtime Puminati, hit me up on Twitter. Well, let me find out exactly what she said. Um, Took a shot at you once. Said, just listen to the last episode. I'm 37. Just had my wisdom teeth out too. Saw food for a few days, some painkillers, sleep it off. It's not too bad. Then she added to that also, for the record, my surgeon said not to clean the holes for like 10 days to prevent dry sockets. Once I finally cleaned them, nothing smelled as Kevin said it would. I think there's just something wrong with his mouth. Which
Well,
is
I
fair.
mean, who know? I mean, I don't know if they've made any advances in wisdom tooth removal, but I had to clean because they were like cups, they were like little cup wounds, and maybe it wasn't immediately because I do remember when I had to flush it out. Like I hadn't flushed it out in like a couple of days, and this this is gonna be nasty, but this stuff that kind of looked like fucking pulled apart beef jerky got like washed out of it and reeked really bad. It was awful.
Um, no shit. Yeah, do you remember having like a consultation with the oral surgeon shortly after?
I
Because
don't
I have
remember
one
getting dressed this morning.
Friday, like 8 days after my surgery. So I'm assuming he'll update me on that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
Whatever.
maybe that's when you have to do it. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
maybe. But yeah, I mean, I haven't really been eating um food you have to chew on. I'm going to a baseball game Thursday. I would love to be able to eat a hot dog at that, but
you can just
not
do it like
sure.
Dom does and swallow it whole like a goose.
For real. Um, but yeah, it's really been no hard food. I think the hardest food that I've eaten was I did like rabbit chew a piece of bread. Um, my lady made homemade rosemary bread with like angel hair pasta, and I really wanted some bread, so I like rabbit chewed it on my front teeth. Um,
I'm gonna demolish this with my incisors.
yeah, but other than that, it's been really just macaroni's been probably the hardest thing that I've eaten.
Man, when can you go back
Yeah,
to eating regular shit?
they said to wait until at least Friday for the consultation. After the consultation with the oral surgeon, they said wait that long, or if not longer, before smoking or using a straw, which I don't use, but I obviously smoke a lot. So I'm all stocked up on weed lean until then. I hope might have to go back and get some more. Um, but yeah, I can't smoke or really chew hard things until this weekend, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said dry socket is terrible, and that's something I don't want to get. Neither one of you had dry socket, right?
No,
Nope.
but
Thank God.
because the fear of dry socket was always put into me. Like they're always like, you do not want to deal with that.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
pretty
So
horrible.
yeah, mouth
Although,
pain is brutal. So getting any, you know, doing anything that would directly cause it was never on my list of to do. But I would still, when I've had teeth pulled, I do still would still smoke. I just you can't. It's creating suction inside your mouth. That's the problem. So if you keep your lips open a little bit and don't create a vacuum, you should be fine.
Yeah, Jeff, you're gonna have to suck your wieners like this.
Yeah, open up real
dental dam.
wide. You're gonna have to use your throat instead of your lips.
Oh my God, Shuddy, that is vulgar.
Love it. Dude, fucking, this was my first surgery since getting reconstructive surgery done on my ankle when I was 13. And it fucking sucked. Fucking
Mm.
sucked. I not as bad as Shuddy, but I am also really anti-needles. And so I just can't like even look when they stick a needle in me. But supposedly I'm a tough stick, the real surgeon was saying, which I think was his nice way of just saying I was too fat to find any veins. So I
Oh,
got these bruises
wow!
on my whatchamacallit, on my arms.
I got one too, right here. I
And
don't know if you can see it.
you can't see that one that well, but you got a bruise here as well. It's all
Man,
Jeff,
gross. Look
how many
like a
times did they
fucking
stick
junkie.
you?
Jeff, if that's not from your surgery, blink twice.
Man,
That's really bad, dude. Like
yeah,
that's
your arm
I
looks like
know.
a banana that I just threw out.
Yeah. Yeah, it is fucking gross, huh?
Yeah. I mean, so because I have the same issue whenever I go in to get like blood work done, which that was my Thursday. Your Thursday was getting your fucking teeth ripped out of your head. I had to go get blood work done, and they can never find a vein. They always have to like, you know, tie me off, make a fist a whole bunch of times, and then they slap me like a junkie in a movie. They
Yeah.
do that thing, and then they're like, shit, can't find anything. And some people, like one of the more recent ones, this lady just fucking stuck the needle in my arm blindly and then wiggled it around like a Mortal Kombat joystick. And this one, same thing happens. Took her forever to find a vein. She checked both arms, couldn't find one. Eventually settled on this, and she's like, all right, I think I feel a vein under here. And I'm like, ah, boy, here we go. And she gets the
Oh
needle
boy.
out, and she goes, all right, take a deep breath. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And she just went like, Frigga! And like stabbed me like she's staking a fucking vampire in the chest. And I was like, oh, that's why you said to take a deep breath. Because you're going fucking balls deep on that needle. And it got, like, right when she jammed it in, no blood started coming out. So she had to like pull back, and then she eventually, all this blood started shooting out. So I think she might have overstabbed. I don't know, but yeah, I got a pretty big bruise right now too, but nothing compared to what you're working with, Jeff. Holy shit.
Yep.
So
Fucking gross.
what happened? Did they tried and then couldn't find anything, so they went to a different part of your body and then tried, or did they just fucking inject you in all those different locations?
Again, I wasn't looking because I am kind of a pussy when it comes to needles. But I feel like they tried in four different spots and then came back to the original spot
Oh,
for the final stick.
oh fuck, man.
Yeah. I was getting a little nauseous too. I was like, this, I don't know. It sucked.
And was that to knock you out? Is that why they were putting the needle in?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, to knock me out.
was that an injection or did they put in an IV?
But both.
Oh
It's an
fuck.
injection that they used as an IV as well.
Did they do the tell you to count backwards from 10 thing?
No, they didn't. What's that?
No, like I think the last time I went under, they told me to start counting backwards from 10, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking make it to 0. And I was like, 10, no, and was just out.
Yeah, that shit works, obviously. So I didn't even start the countdown. I was out.
Well, I'm glad you
Kind
made
of
it
like
to the
an
other side of that.
It's kind of like a sick night of drinking. I have no idea when I passed out. I When I left though, they made sure to wheel me out or bring me out in a wheelchair to out to my car. And I was kind of pissed about that. I was like, oh, no, I'm good here. I can walk this off. It was a mouth surgery. They're like, no, sir, please sit in the chair.
Sit down. We want to make
And
you look like a giant pussy.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, come on, you guys,
Oh!
my girl's here, gonna make me look like a bitch in front of her. Like, what the hell? No, I gotta walk out on my own too. But my brother and my girlfriend said that it's for like liability reasons. Like if I were to fall on my way out of the doctor's office, I could sue them theoretically. And I was like, you know what? That makes sense.
You know what you should have done? You should have falled forward out of the wheelchair and be like, "Oh, I'm suing you.
Look what you did.
This
You
fucking
threw me out of
pussy,
the
he
wheelchair."
pushed me." Well,
But
I mean, best of luck on the rest of this recovery, man. Best of luck on avoiding that fucking dreaded dry socket.
yeah, I'm really hoping that I can eat a hot dog Thursday when I go to the Yankees Angels game.
I mean, you could just
Um,
have Cheech baby bird it.
I could do that, couldn't I? But yeah, that's pretty much all that I worked on the past since we last connected from SPH.
Yeah, I want to give a quick shout out to the Puminati and everybody who watched and shared the John Cooper trailer. Got it up to like, I think over 35,000 views across all platforms,
baby.
which, you know, I mean, you look at a Deadpool and Wolverine probably got like 1,000,000 times that amount. Probably got like, I don't know, close to 1 billion views or something insane like that. But for a small homegrown thing, I feel pretty good about getting 35,000 views.
And that's in a week. That's in a week. That's on a movie that is on nobody's radar
Other than the Puminati, yeah.
because it hasn't been bought yet, so there's been no kind of marketing for it. This
Yeah.
is all 35,000 views on grassroots marketing is fucking huge, dude.
Not too shabby. And everybody was super cool about it. People seemed really pumped. People seemed to enjoy it. It was cut down considerably. Like I wanted a 60-second trailer, and this one ended up being 1:45. But I was like, it doesn't feel too long. It doesn't feel like it blows too much of the story or too many of the jokes. And there was the first version of the trailer was 30 seconds longer, so it was 2 minutes and 15 seconds. It did show a lot more jokes. A lot of the ones that I was like, ooh, those are the top tier ones. Like some of my favorite jokes were in there, and I was like, I want to make it's tricky with a comedy trailer because you want to make people see it and be like, oh, that looks funny, but you also don't want to blow all of your jokes. Like how many times have you seen a trailer for a comedy movie and you're like, man, that looks really fucking funny, and then you go and it's like, oh, they used every joke in the trailer. So
And I think that the one big joke that you guys used for the trailer is the perfect one.
yeah, I'm happy with the jokes that made it in, and I mean just the amount that got cut out of the 2 minute and 15-second one. I was almost getting a little nervous because I was like, ooh, did we cut too many jokes? But it got a big reaction. People seem pumped on it, and I'm happy with it. I'm happy that the trailer was 45 seconds longer than I wanted it to be, and still turned out pretty well. So I'm stoked, and hopefully, we've got the trailer not being finished was the one thing that was sort of holding us in place. But some pitch emails have gone out, and we should be hearing back sometime this week. So it would be very cool to get some good news. I don't know how early I could make announcements if stuff does come together, but I mean, the second I
So
can, I'll definitely be fucking annoying with how much I'm screaming about it.
does that mean the poster is done?
So yeah, the poster has been approved. It just has to go through a few more fine-tuning processes. Like, the overall design is like, all right, thumbs up. And then the guy was like, all right, I need like 3 or 4 days to fix the color. And I don't know anything about graphic design. So apparently there's a few more steps that have to be done to finalize it. But I think we're going to get 2 versions. One with like the billing block that, has like, production company, actors, producers, director, and one without the billing block. And then I think I want to try to get like a little online store, an e-store set up to sell the posters. I just have to see how much money I can lose by shipping 80% of them to Canada. Like, all right, how much money is this actually going to put me further in the hole?
Is there any chance we can get a wide release in Canada, but not America?
Go.
I don't think
Is there? Can you just go strictly Canadian stream Netflix? Is what what Geoff is asking. Just go
I
to the
mean,
audience in Canada.
No, in
directly to them.
theater.
Oh,
In
well, no,
theater.
it's not going to get a theatrical release.
Okay.
It's streaming only. And when you sell the rights, it's North American, so Canada should get it wherever it lands. It's just
They are counting in North America, you're right.
everybody outside of North America, I'd have to sell it to individual international markets, which I don't know if I'll be able to do. There are a lot of pop culture references. I don't know if that'll translate to other countries. It definitely won't sell anywhere in Asia because of all the drug use.
Oh, yeah. Asians are anti-drugs.
Yeah, I remember that when I was shopping around Iron Lung, because China is a huge, huge chunk of box office if something's released theatrically. And I was like, well, think about it. It's got martial arts, so it should do well. And they were like, yeah, but there's endless smoking weed. It'll be banned from ever being shown in the country. I was like, fuck. Oh, well. But yeah, I hope I can have some good news and big announcements somewhat soon. And thank you guys for sharing it as well.
Of course, man. I was so pumped when it came out. My entire family's watched it, my parents included. So
I was like, it did go out into my family text thread, and I had to drop the disclaimer. I'm like, there's a lot of swearing, and it's kind of filthy. So if you just got the link while you're waiting to check out at the grocery store or something, wait till you're in your car. And I do have a few
NSFW.
Yeah, I got a handful of religious relatives too, and I'm like, you guys might want to just hit the bench for this one.
Sit this one out.
Yeah.
Give it a view though, but mute it.
Yeah. Like, get me the spin. I need all the view counts I possibly can get, but yeah, just mute that motherfucker. I mean, MFer. I did go see Seven at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery recently, which
Is that why you were limping for 2 days like a old fucking man?
yeah, I was gonna talk some stuff up, but we can just jump straight to that.
Well, I'm sorry.
I mean, they've been doing that for 23 years. I've never once gone to a showing there, which, I mean, it couldn't be more my jam than watching a movie in a cemetery. But I don't know. I just forget that it's there. They only do it during the summer. So this week was the first showing of the season. And it's not like always what you would think would be a good pairing with a cemetery. Like, I think in the coming weeks they're showing Debs. Do you guys remember that movie? It came out in the aughts, and it's like high school girls in some sort of, I don't know, Black Ops government spy program.
A team of teenage crime fighters falls for the alluring villainess she must bring. The star of a team of teenage crime fighters falls for the alluring villainess she must bring to justice. I'm not familiar with the movie, but Jordana Brewster's the bad guy in it.
Maybe I've never seen it, but it was like I kind of figured if you're doing a whole series where you're just showing movies in a cemetery for the summer, it would be horror or anything that lends itself to the macabre. And I went and saw Seven, and it's like that is a perfect movie to see in a cemetery. It's fucking gruesome and dark as fuck. I feel like zombie movies would do really well. But then you got movies like Debs is being shown, and like that Beatles movie Across the Universe. I'm like, these don't seem creepy.
No.
Like, I would love
Across
to see
the Universe. Is that with the Indian guy who just plays Beatles hits and
no
one's ever heard him before?
That's Yesterday,
That always looked good.
which I haven't seen yet, but I am curious to check it out because it's Danny Boyle. But Carl has gone a handful of times, and it was actually her idea, and I was like, fuck yeah, I would love to go watch Seven in a cemetery. And she was like, okay, so we have to do a lot of planning for this. And I was like, oh, no. And she got, like, we had all these blankets, pillows, a weird legless folding chair thing that she takes with her to yoga sometimes, a cooler full of about 2 bottles of wine, beer, gummies, a joint. We stopped at a deli and got sandwiches on the way there. We stopped at Trader Joe's and got snacks. She made a fucking like charcuterie board, a cheese board. I was like,
Was it a double feature or just one movie?
It was one movie. I'm like, I can't believe this. And then she was like, yeah, they let people in at 7, but people get there early and line up. And if you don't get there early enough, you can sometimes get thrown to the margins or put in like a really shitty seat. So you kind of got to get there early and wait outside. And I was like, oh boy, this is a whole thing. And it sure as fuck was, but I will say it was cool as shit. I mean, 7.
Was it worth it?
Yeah. It's been a few years since I've watched 7, probably since before the pandemic. And god damn it, what a fucking 5-dicker.
Yeah, 7 kicks ass. Wait, was this the screen and the audio was good? It sounded good, looked good.
So shockingly enough, the audio didn't sound great. Sometimes when Morgan Freeman talked, the speakers sounded a little blown out or overmodulated. The picture looked really good. So I thought we were going to be sitting on top of graves, and I'm like, this is kind of weird, but I'm into it. Sounds metal. But they
Imagine putting like a little back support on someone's tombstone.
yeah. I was like, I'm surprised the families of the people buried here are okay with this, but I mean, it is. I mean, Hollywood Forever, for people that don't know, I mean, it's almost like a tourist attraction. They let you just go in and walk around, and there are tons and tons and tons of really, really famous people buried there. Like just walking in, we passed like Mickey Rooney and his like crypt or mausoleum or whatever, and like all these actors. We saw there's this one little plot where it had Johnny Ramone's grave, which was an interesting one because it has like this full-size statue of him, and then on the side, it's almost like a book blurb. There were like quotes from Eddie Vedder and Rob Zombie about how cool he was and how sad they are that he's gone. I was like, man, that is when you know you died a legend, when celebrities put blurbs on your tombstone. And then right next to his was Chris Cornell's. And then I always forget her name. I feel like a dick, but the woman who died on the set of Rust. So like they were all grouped together. I mean,
I mean, that woman who Alec Baldwin killed, right?
oh, Jesus Christ, Jeff. The
Sir.
ruin your own career, not mine.
Well, I didn't know you were trying to get Alec Baldwin for your next movie. My bad. I'm just
It,
kidding, Alec.
you know that there are people that have been buried there since the 20s, and it's interesting that there's still plots available. I kind of assumed that a lot of, not even just ones in LA, but cemeteries all over the place are probably filling up, and most people are just getting cremated and having memorial services. But there's still.
Would you want to be buried in the Hollywood cemetery?
I mean, I don't really care.
You're going back to Jersey, aren't you?
You could fucking put me in a cement mixer and turn me into a sidewalk. I don't really give a shit what I maybe save a finger. So if like throughout the future, if you have like someone's DNA, you can bring him back to life, just in case. Save my thumb or my schlong. But once I'm dead, I don't give a fuck what happens to me. You could put me in Hollywood forever. You could have people make my tombstone a seat and people can sit on it and watch movies there. But where they put people is they have this like kind of big patch of grass where there's nothing. So there's no graves. Again, surprising to me that they would have that much room left in a cemetery that's pretty crowded. And you know, it seems to be where if you have any sort of name value, if you're in the industry and you die, that's where they put you. But they project the movie on the side of this massive mausoleum, which is also an interesting choice. But I don't know, I had a good time. Like I said, it's been a while since I've seen Seven, and goddamn, what a fucking movie. But I did have to. These two women sat in front of us right when the movie was about to start, and they had similar chairs to Carl, where it has a backing and a cushion, but no legs whatsoever. And I was just leaning against the pillows that we brought, and they completely blocked me. So I was moving around a lot, and because they kept like leaning in to whisper, and it was like I kept trying to juke them, and everywhere I moved my head, they would move their head. I was getting all pissed off. I'm like, God damn it, give me more fucking gummies. God damn it, and then they finally chilled out. So they chilled out. I found a position where I was like, okay, I can see right between them. I can see almost the entire screen. And I stayed that way for the rest of the movie. And then I got up, and it felt like someone hit me with a bus. And I limped to the car with all of our shit. And then when I woke up the next morning, it felt like someone shot me with a cannon. And I was like limping like I just got out of a fucking car wreck on the 405. And
Felt like someone shot me with a cannon.
Carl could not stop laughing at me. She's like, you're not even 42 yet. How did just laying on your side for a movie cripple you like this? And the limp is finally gone today.
That's an easy sell for her to make to get you into her yoga classes.
Oh, believe me, she tried. But
maybe you should take her up on it. Help your mobility a little bit.
I need something, because I am... At this point, I'm about as soft as microwaved baby shit.
And no athleticism, do you?
No, none whatsoever. I have to whack off in shifts because I get winded.
Wow. Most people call that edging. You just get tired.
Yeah. I just tap out. Like, oh, I don't know, hand, did you finish? But yeah, that was my adventure. Would have been nice if you were there, Jeff.
I know.
You got the invite.
I bailed Shuddy on the 7 screening at the cemetery a couple days prior. It looked sketchier than it was once Kevin gave me the details when I told him that I was not going to be making it. But it was a joint decision that me and my lady made. So
yeah, because Carl was like, make sure you tell Jeff that we have to get there a little early and to bring blankets and snacks and some sort of something to lean on, something to use as a seat, maybe pillows or something. And I'm like, you realize when I send this text, he is going to immediately bail. And she's like, well, you got to let him know. And I was like, all right. So I texted that to Geoff, and then the response was, oh, yeah, I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, for sure. Just, I mean, I probably would have had to leave Long Beach at like 3:30, 4 o'clock for an 8:30 movie.
No. I
We
mean,
get there at 5. We got to get there. We have to make some moves to get groceries and stuff like that.
we got there like 6, I think.
And just chilled for 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Yeah, we were online for a good like 45 minutes or so. Because we did have to, once we parked, we had to fucking load up this old lady like push basket thing. And then, so by the time we got online, it was about 45 minutes until they let us in. Then we set up our shit, ate our sandwiches, and then we just left our stuff and walked around the cemetery just looking at, because people they go all out on their headstones and their tombs and mausoleums, and they're all lit up, so when it gets dark, they all look fucking cool and creepy. So they also have photo booths set up, and they're selling beer and wine and pizzas and popcorn. So we sort of just walked around a little bit, killed some time, went back.
So you didn't even have to bring in your own concessions.
No, not really.
It probably would have been super expensive if you didn't, though.
Yeah. But
I saw Crawl trying to sell them on Instagram. Did she find any buyers, or did she have to refund them, or how'd that go?
no, we had to just eat the cost.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, because the only reason I had extra tickets was because she was like, do you want to go to this? And I was like, sure. So I bought the tickets. And then I was like, okay, cool, I got them. And she was like, oh, I bought them too. And then once we realized we couldn't convince anybody to go with us, I went to return them, and it said that they were non-refundable. I was like, fuck. But
Oh,
I don't know. We've lived in LA long enough where we know how hard it is to get people to leave the house. So we sort of knew it was a fool's errand.
yep.
But,
And I'm probably the trickiest one to get out of their house because, man, do I love my couch. Or the most people, I'd say.
I did go see some new movies, though.
I also went to the theater.
I took Bill's
Oh,
advice,
yeah.
and I saw Challengers.
So apparently it's getting mixed reviews. Well, no, I think it's gotten pretty good reviews from critics and like the audience, but a few people that I heard didn't like it, whose movie opinions that I respected or I respected, but Phil loved it. So I'm hearing I'd love to hear if you could break the tie.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I didn't know what to expect going into it because the trailer really seemed to bill it as like, it's a Zendaya tennis threesome movie. And you know how like the MPA, when a movie is rated like R or PG-13 or whatever, there's that little thing at the bottom that says why it got the rating. And
Oh yeah.
Challengers said graphic nudity. And it's like, all right, ever since I would say 2010, anytime it says graphic nudity, you can be rest assured that's a penis. But the marketing, they leaned very heavy into Zendaya sitting on the bed, patting the comforter next to her, those two guys rushing over and making out with her, and then being like, rated R for graphic nudity. It's like, whoa, what is going on in this fucking movie? Jesus Christ.
I got pumped initially, but it was a bait and switch, was it not?
Oh my God. Not only was it a bait and switch, it was one of the most diabolical bait and switches I've ever seen in my life. That whole scene where those two guys are making out with her, they like go in and start like triple kissing, and then the guys realize what's going on. They're like, oh, whoa, whoops, sorry about that. And then she's like, no, you motherfuckers get in here. And they're triple kissing, and she like leans back, and the two dudes keep making out and don't realize that Zendaya has bailed. And then when they realize that she is out of the equation, they're like, oh, what the fuck? She's like, all right, you guys have fun. I'm going to go back to my room.
It's terrible. That'd be the last time I'd ever hang out.
Oh, I'm fucking leaving. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Can you guys hear me?
You're back to normal.
Why does it do that? And you know what? probably that 99% means that the Zoom audio got fucked up. But I'm hoping the main audio did not get fucked up. Oh well. Well, we will never know until the episode gets edited. So cross your fingers,
how many
fellas.
Andre Agassi dicks are you sucking?
I'll suck 4 dicks. Challengers was good.
Hold on. The nudity. Was that an actual dick, or were there titties
Oh, it
in
was
Challengers?
It was penises.
Penises. More than one.
In a locker room.
Jeez.
So it's like your
That was a
usual visit to
brutal
LA
bait and
Fitness.
switch. Yeah, nice. Just hanging out in the sauna with the boys.
Pretty much, yeah.
Man,
But-
Challenger sounds awesome. What did you like about it?
It was kind of interesting the way that it was told. So it did lose me a couple of times because it time jumps rapidly. So it goes back and forth from when the 3 of them are like freshly graduated from high school to them current day, and then a few months past the first time jump, and it's like, oh my God, what the fuck is happening here? But it essentially starts with the 2 dudes facing off against each other in this big sort of match, and one of them is a superstar and the other one is sort of like a has-been, and it tells the story of their history as they play their match. So every little, I don't remember. All right, Geoff, you have to flex your sports dick. When there's the 2 squares next to the 2 people playing on the scorecard, and then it finishes and it goes to the next 2 squares, is that a match? A set?
I think it's a match.
Okay, so every match, one of them has the upper hand, and the part of the story it's telling, that person has the upper hand. So it was presented in kind of a cool way. And I never thought I would find myself saying this, but the tennis matches were kind of intense and enjoyable to watch.
You like tennis, right? You played with Carl a little bit.
Yeah. I played when I was a kid. My grandpa was super into tennis. Like, tennis was always on when I guess it was whatever tennis season on TV. But
Right now they're playing the French Open. And I've talked to a couple of people that said their favorite sporting event they ever been to was the US Open in Queens,
kidding.
Arthur Ashe Stadium.
yeah,
Yeah, because you get to, I think you buy a ticket for the day and you can watch however many matches they play that day. If you can like make it to all the different courts, you
Yeah.
can watch as many of them as you want. And it's a pretty like intimate setting, and I think you can like you got no matter what seat you have a good view of the action. So I've heard tennis events are actually fucking sick to attend.
yeah. I mean, I would check one out for free.
Nice. Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with Bill. I don't think you would enjoy it, Geoff. Even though man does throw ball, Geoff see dick, and also it's going to see a movie and not eating mac and cheese and wings. So I don't think you're gonna like it.
Yeah. Doesn't sound promising.
What about you, Shuddy? What did you see?
Furiosa.
Oh, I saw that as
Ooh.
well.
Yeah, my brother saw that last night. They said it was pretty good. What did you guys think?
I enjoyed it, but since Kevin saw it, I'm sure he can guess what my major complaint about the film was.
Too long?
The length wouldn't be a problem if there were not so many stretches of no dialogue.
Oh. I
I believe Furiosa herself has a grand total of 30 lines in the entirety of the film.
mean, you saw Fury Road, right?
Yeah.
They don't talk too much in that either. It's mostly just fucking balls of the wall action.
Yeah,
That's-
screaming
that-
in the camera.
That's the difference between Furiosa and Fury Road, though, is Fury Road had a lot more action in the silence than this was more of a slow action movie. I enjoyed it. Um, I went to the new theater that opened in Quakertown, and it was the most bizarre movie going experience I have ever had.
Do tell. Was it
Uh,
weirder than someone bringing their two infants to Challengers who cried the entire time?
that's not weird. That's annoying and inconsiderate, and those people should be uh hold on, sterilized and prevented from having children. I couldn't think of the word that I wanted to use, but
The dad
sterilized.
should be depenised.
And the kids
Dude should get their dicks cut off.
the kids should also be sterilized
Oh shit.
because if this is the kind of example that their parents set for them, they shouldn't be raising their own children either because they'll be assholes also.
Just end the bloodline,
Um,
baby.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bring back eugenics for people that bring infants to movies that cry all the time.
Wow, Shuddy's pissed.
No, this theater opened in an old Regal a couple months ago. Um, and it was Thursday afternoon. We were the only people there who did not work there.
Wow,
And it
slow,
was-
slow weekend?
Yeah, I mean, Thursday at 4 o'clock, I guess, is not a big time.
Oh yeah.
There's
That makes sense.
there's also a reason the Regal that was in that spot went out of business. I mean, so and it was older people working at the concession stand, which great, good for them, but they were through and through Quakertown townies. And when I told the woman what movie we had bought tickets for, and she looked me dead in the face and said, "Huh, I've never heard of that. All of you are here to see it. It must be something big. I'll have to look into it." And my head I just could not fathom
Yeah, you work
how
here.
at the very least, working in a movie theater, you could not at least have heard of the major blockbuster movie that was coming out this weekend. Like, at least in passing, have heard it mentioned or saw a poster for it walking around your
Yeah, for
place of
real.
employment. uh, and the theater I have never been so cold in a movie theater. However, the seats were heated, so I was able to.
You just
nice.
rotated on it like a 7-Eleven hot dog?
So basically, I would turn the heat on the seat, and then I'd get too warm and turn it off, and then once the seat cooled down, I would be freezing. So it was a long movie to be freezing during, but I enjoyed it. When the action did happen, the action was really fucking good. Chris Hemsworth's fake nose, though, took about 2 hours of the 2.5 hour movie to get used to.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice. I know that everybody in the wasteland has some sort of defect or deformality, but if you have Chris Hemsworth, I don't understand giving him like big goofy donkey teeth and a big honking nose. Like give him a scar, a missing eye. I don't know, but just all right. We're gonna take Chris Hemsworth and give him a maestro nose. It's like what? Why?
Yeah, like it was when he first came on the screen, I was like, that's not, they wouldn't. Oh my God, it is. Like, it was shocking. Like, it was comically fake looking. Like, that was like, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was cool too. I mean, it's like we said, it's longer. There's more story, and I feel like people that didn't like the nonstop action of Fury Road and wanted a little bit more story, like The Notebook, such as Geoff, that complaint is,
Null
I
and
guess,
void.
nullified in Furiosa because you do get more story, but it does make the movie longer. Even though it was longer and it did have bigger stretches with no action, I just think that world is so cool. Like, you know, they tee a lot of stuff up in Fury Road that you don't get to see, like Gastown and the Bullet Farm and stuff like that, but you actually get to see them in this one. You get to see, you know, origins of certain characters. I thought it was fucking sick. I loved it.
I enjoyed the shit out of the quick little Mad Max cameo.
Oh yeah, up on the cliff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really liked that. It was good. It
Yeah.
was good, and I liked that at the very end they lead it right into Fury Road.
Yeah, they just do like a quick recap in between the credits of Fury Road, which is weird when you do a prequel and then you just show everything that happens in the OG.
Right, but the very last scene of actual Furiosa is her taking the wives out to the tanker.
Yeah. I mean, I think Fury Road's a 5-dicker. I don't think Furiosa is as good, but it's close. I will suck 4.5 Furiosa dicks.
So where I think Fury Road is a 4.5 dicker, I also don't think Furiosa lives up to it, and I'm at 4 on Furiosa. So similar deductions from a different starting point.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to recommend to Geoff is a docu-series on the cock
Boing.
called Brooklyn Zoo
Oh, I heard about it. Yeah.
about the 1990 New York Yankees and what a shit show they were.
How is there a documentary
about
on the Yankees and Geoff hasn't watched it? You love
Just came out.
documentaries. You're wearing a Yankees hat.
That's what made me think about it. I found it by accident and I checked it out and I was like, holy shit, I didn't know any of this.
By the way, quick kudos to you, Shuddy. Carl and I have 2 episodes left of The Gentleman on Netflix, and
Okay.
God damn it, is that show fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is.
So do you think Geoff would get a Yankee boner over this cock doc?
I think he would.
How many
I think he
episodes
would.
is it?
It's only I don't know exactly. I'm on episode 4 and I think we're pretty much out of 1990 already. Hold on.
Well, whilst Shuddy is looking that up, we should tease Shuddy has created a brand new game for us to enjoy.
I am workshopping a new game. We can see how it goes. And if there need to be any tweaks to it. But yes.
We're good with tweets.
It's 3 episodes, Geoff, that are 45 minutes each.
So you've seen the whole thing
Alright.
then?
I actually have like 10 minutes left in the last episode. I started to doze off. So
Yeah, you look. Are you quite stoned, Shuddy?
me right now, not really. No,
Oh.
not more than usual, at least. Yes, it's called Rotten Domatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes.
I really did want to try and put together a theme song for it before this, but I did not have a chance to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to name 3 movies, and if you guys need me to, I can read you the descriptions of each movie because
Okay.
there may be some that you haven't heard, and then you're each going to take turns guessing. Just Geoff's going to go first and see if he can guess which one Dom rated higher. If he gets it wrong, Kevin, you go.
Okay, so these are 3 movies that Dominic has rated and reviewed
At least rated on
or
Letterboxd.
scored. Yeah.
At least given a score to.
Okay. All right,
Um,
that sounds fun. And for people that
and
don't
then-
know, if there's any new listeners, Dominic has very questionable movie tastes. He is
Well,
a huge fan of like mockbusters over the blockbuster. So like Dominic will pass on your Transformers, but he will give a thumbs up to Transmorphers.
Yeah, like the porn version of the blockbuster,
Yeah,
but without sex.
exactly. Yeah.
So I for this first go round, I kept it to mostly uh movies with some name recognition.
Okay.
And we can get if I wanted to see how it played like this before we went deep into nonsense, because I think that's where it'll get more fun, but I just wanted to see if this premise had any kind of thing to it. So you get 1 point for that, and then each one each round, there's 6 rounds, and we'll alternate who goes first. But each round has a bonus point that you can get by trying to guess what he rated the highest movie
Oh my goodness.
in that category, in that round. So Geoff, your first round one, you're going to go first. The first movie is Jupiter Ascending. Second is Pet. And third is Starsky and Hutch.
Ow! So I'm guessing which movie he ranked higher.
Yes, that is correct.
I don't even know what Pet is.
Okay,
Do you
well,
think
good.
I know what herring means?
Pet is from 2016, directed by Carlos Torrens, starring the only name that's even remotely recognizable in it is Dominic Monaghan from Lost, and isn't he in the Lord of the Rings movies?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. And it is about a man who bumps into an old crush and becomes obsessed. After several failed attempts at winning her over, he kidnaps her and holds her captive underneath the animal shelter where he works.
Human fecal matter.
I think he didn't like Starsky and Hutch. And I have no idea what he thought about Jupiter Ascending. Pet sounds ridiculous enough for him to like that. So I'll go Pet was his favorite.
That is incorrect.
All right, what's the next thing I'm supposed to guess in this
No,
category?
nothing. Now Kevin gets to
Oh,
guess
okay.
between Jupiter Ascending and Starsky and Hutch.
I will say, since Dominic infamously gave The Matrix one dick, that the Wachowski movie that everybody else gave one dick, Dominic will give a very high score. So I'm going to go with Jupiter Ascending as his favorite.
Kevin gets the point.
Suck on my dick!
And the bonus point, what do you think he rated it?
Ooh. I think this crazy motherfucker gave Jupiter Ascending 4 dicks.
Oh, so fucking close. 3.5 dicks.
You
Is what he gave that. All right,
Damn
Kevin,
it.
you get first crack at round number 2.
Okay.
The Heat, starring Sandy B and Melissa McCarthy.
Okay.
Karate Kid, starring Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan.
Damn it, Dominic.
Or Everybody Wants Some.
Well, Everybody Wants Some is fucking awesome. So that probably means Dom hated it. All right, the Jaden Smith Karate Kid versus, what was the first one again?
The Heat.
The Heat, that's right. I can't remember if I've seen The Heat or not. But for some reason, my brain is telling me that it was kind of funny. So maybe I did see it. I think for some reason, Dominic liked that fucking Jackie Chan Karate Kid. So final answer, Karate Kid. I know Dom
You are correct.
Dom likes karate.
And do you want to guess what he rated it? I mean, not do you want to? You have to. Give it a guess.
I'll say he gave it like 4.5 dicks.
Ah, 4 dicks. He gave it
Damn!
4 dicks. He
How am I
gave
always
this
half a dick away?
4 dicks. All right, Geoff. Here you go, buddy. Round 3. Pulp Fiction, Armageddon, or The Hunchback of Notre Dame, the animated movie from 1996.
The Hunchback of Notre Dominic.
Ooh, very nice, Kevin. Very nice.
I'll go Armageddon.
Kevin, your
Y'all
guess.
bitches are stupid.
You know what? I'm going to say Hunchback of Notre Dame. I think he probably put that on recently with his son, and I'm going to guess he enjoyed it more than his son.
God, way to show your math on that. Makes sense. I have a feeling he doesn't like Pulp Fiction. And I felt like Hunchback of Notre Dame might have been like a trick answer. That was my math, but
No, you fell for the
Thank you.
other trick. Armageddon, people sharing your enthusiasm for Armageddon.
no, I didn't. I actually thought Armageddon was just like the best of a bunch of three bad choices, three movies that he wouldn't like that much.
So, Pulp Fiction, he rated. Actually, Kevin, since you guessed correct, what did he rate The Hunchback of Notre Dame?
I mean, I'm probably going to be off by a half a dick, so I'll just say 4 dicks.
You are, in fact, off by half a dick because he rated it 4.5.
Son of a bitch. Damn it.
Armageddon, he did rate 4. And
Okay.
Pulp Fiction, he rated 3.5.
3.5 for Pulp Fiction. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
All right, Kevin, here's yours. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2,
Okay.
Goodfellas, Galaxy Quest.
It's got to be Galaxy Quest. It's got to be.
It is.
Suck on my dick! And I will
Stand no
say,
chance in this.
he thinks Galaxy Quest is a 5-dicker.
Fucking A. There you go. You finally
on
got
my
the 2 points. He does, in fact, classify Galaxy Quest as a 5-dicker. All right, Geoff. Round 5. The Vin Diesel film Triple X.
He watched that mistakenly thinking it was a porno.
Napoleon Dynamite, or Drive Angry, starring Nicolas Cage and Amber Heard.
Human fecal matter.
I'll go Drive Angry since I haven't seen that movie.
Jeff,
That's a good guess.
on the board.
Oh, shit!
What's the
Jeff
suck
is
though?
on the board. Now, Jeff, you're mathematically eliminated, but you can make this a game if you can guess what Dom rated Drive Angry.
Parmesan poof.
It only goes by halves, right?
Yeah, there's no quarters.
Yes.
No quarter dicks on Letterboxd D.
Just to give you a brief, a one line from his written review about Drive Angry. He says, Piper also TKs a naked chick with a wicked right hook. She's badass and crazy.
I'll go 4.5. You love this
Oof.
fucking movie.
4 dicks. 4
Oof.
dicks.
Man, Dom does love a very strong female protagonist.
It's very woke of him.
If Amber Heard's
okay,
punching people in the face,
then-
Dom's buying a ticket.
Final round. Cat's Eye.
Oh, God,
Are
that's
you-
the Stephen King thing, right?
Yep, that's that one. the remake of I Spit on Your Grave
Ugh.
or Uncle Sam,
Oh no.
which Uncle Sam is the synopsis on Letterboxd. It's from 1996. Is It's 4th of July weekend, and the recently discovered corpse of Sergeant Sam Harper rises from the dead to punish the unpatriotic.
Yeah, I remember. I can very vividly in my mind's eye see the poster for Uncle Sam. And they all seem like fucking Dom movies. This is a tough category you made, Shuddy.
This is where I wanted. This is the final round.
So Cat's Eye was with a young Drew Barrymore. I believe it's an anthology film with 3 different directors. I think George Romero is one. I wasn't a big fan of Cat's Eye, but I know some horror buffs really enjoy that one. What was the middle movie, Shuddy? Cat's Eye?
Spit on Your Grave.
Oh, that's right. And that is, I mean, it's a rape revenge movie, so you have to sit through some pretty horrible stuff, but then it is a woman brutally murdering people. And I know Dom likes seeing that. Damn it, this is really hard. And Uncle Sam, fuck. You know what? I'm just taking a shot in the dark. There's no rhyme or reason or logic behind this. Uncle Sam.
Geoff, Cat's Eye or I Spit on Your Grave. This is the first time Kevin's guessed and gotten it wrong.
I'll follow the same logic that was successful for me in the last one. As I'll go Cat's Eye because I haven't heard of that one.
Oh, Geoff.
And what did Dom rate it?
I'll go with 4.5. I'll stick with what I did last time. Is it 4 again?
It is a Mount Rushmore movie for Dom. It is a 5-dicker.
Really?
5-dicker.
Wow. Okay, now that the game's over, I'm gonna pull my Letterboxd up and see what I gave Cat's Eye.
3.5.
Wow. 5-dicker from Dominic.
Uncle Sam was only a 2.5-dicker.
Oh shit! Wow.
And I Spit on Your Grave is a 3.5.
All right. Well, that was an enjoyable game, Shuddy. Well done.
Thank you.
It's always fun delving into the cinematic mind of Dominic. I mean, Geoff and I both remembered that Dom gave Goodfellas 1 dick, so we knew to stay away from that one. That's the type of shit we're working with here, people.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Goodfellas combined do not have the same rating as Galaxy Quest for Dom.
Oh, boy. Oh, fucking boy. All right. Well, I see we have a little bit of time to kill here. We've got a little bit more showtime. So, how would you gentlemen like an appearance from an esteemed cartoon newsman?
Oh, I didn't know he was coming.
Yeah, he hit me up last minute.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know if I'm mentally prepared to be abused, but I guess he's allowed.
Get ready.
Are you having a good day? Well, I'm about to ruin it.
Oh, no.
This is Droopy's bad news. Hello there, gentlemen.
Hello, Droopy.
Hey, Droopy.
How are your guys' day going?
Pretty decent.
Bad.
Geoff,
Going through some tooth pain.
Yeah, did you have droopy jowls on Friday or Thursday or Friday?
Yeah, I gotta understand how Droopy talks now. It feels like he just got his wisdom teeth removed every time we speak to him.
Yeah, it's. I usually just feel like I got neutered, but perhaps I can darken your guys' bright and sunny day here. Um,
Okay.
a few summers ago, a family got together for a reunion in South Dakota, and one member, an avid hunter, brought some bear meat with him. The meat had been frozen for 45 days and then thawed and prepared into kebabs. A few days after the trip, 6 family members got sick and 3 had to be hospitalized with parasitic brain worms. I know you guys are about to start watching your MasterChef show. Uh, Geoff, what would be your food chub on bear kebabs?
Well, if I wasn't going to get poisoned by them or have eat parasites, I would say for the novelty of it, I would give it a. It started at 7-0 food chub, depending on how it looked. What I would move it front or move it down or up.
Well, just in case your curiosity gets the better of you, the CDC recommends people eating bear meat to assume that 100% of it is tainted with parasites, and if you are going to eat it, you have to cook it to an internal temperature of at least 165 degrees before consuming.
So the same temperature as chicken.
That's right. You gotta really cook the shit out of it. And the family members on this trip had a hard time telling if the meat was properly cooked due to its dark color, and some of them threw it back on the grill after chewing on it and deeming it to be too rare. So the symptoms of trichinellosis or parasitic worms can include difficulty breathing, abdominal pain, vomiting, and diarrhea.
So these were brain worms or just parasitic worms in general?
Well, a couple of the sources that I viewed had it listed as brain parasites. Some of them just listed them as parasites, and I believe one outlet referred to it as muscle parasites.
So we don't know if these are the same brain-eating worms that RFK was dealing with.
They could be. They might be related.
Question.
Like, was he maybe does he have a penchant for eating tainted bear meat? Maybe.
Maybe. I do know that he said that worms ate some of his brain. So that guy, he's just living a horror movie, isn't he?
Yeah, and I don't know if that's something you announce to people when you're trying to run for president. By the
Yeah.
way, some of my brain got eaten by worms.
I tried to run for my dog compound's HOA leader, and my campaign took a really bad turn when in one of my speeches I announced that a Dungeness crab ate part of my dick. People,
Yeah, I would not have brought that up in the HOA meeting.
no, people don't like hearing that part of you was consumed by an animal, especially if it's your dick or brain.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind next time I'm running for something.
It's a good
Yeah.
thing. Everybody keep that in your back pocket.
Helpful advice, Droopy.
That's what I'm here for. In other eating news, are you guys familiar with Takeru Kobayashi?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a world famous competitive eater. And at 46 years old, he's announced his retirement from competitive eating due to his body feeling broken. For those unfamiliar, in his career, Kobayashi has eaten over 10,000 hot dogs and has won the Nathan's hot dog eating competition 6 times. He says that after all the abuse he's put his system through with competitive eating, he no longer feels hungry, and he's jealous of people who get to feel hungry. He got his stardom in the year 2000 after eating 16 bowls of ramen in 1 hour on a Japanese variety show.
That is crazy.
Yeah, he's a visionary in the major league eating circuit. Guy started like powerlifting so he can help his eating.
Geoff, when you were growing up, did you have a poster of Kobayashi on your wall?
That's a fat joke that I don't appreciate very much, Droopy, but no, I didn't.
No, I just know you like competitive stuff. That's all it was.
That's true. No, Joey Chestnut actually has blown past Kobayashi in all-time legendary eaters. Kobayashi was like the I don't know, he was like the first big one. Then Joey Chestnut just took it to a level that has yet to be surpassed.
I imagine they take gigantic shits. Like
I mean, like that's
Like
gotta
dinosaur poop.
yeah. I don't think they have poop bags big enough to pick those up. But
No.
I guess you fucking weirdo humans all poop in toilets.
Yeah, they'd have to follow them around with like black garbage bags.
You guys should try pooping outside like nature intended it. It's kind of fun. Kobayashi, by the way, in a recent documentary, was found to have permanently lost his appetite and some of his sense of smell due to his overeating and his nervous system being tricked into constant competitive eating mode. Geoff, how would you feel if you went the rest of your life without ever being hungry again?
I don't know. Hearing that it sucks for Kobayashi definitely matters a little bit, but I would love to not feel hungry and trick myself into not having to eat anymore. I need to fucking lose weight. I need to do like Ozempic or some shit probably. Do some sort of pill that will keep my hunger away.
You want to do some cocaine with me?
Sure.
All
Bump
right.
some rails with you, Droopy. It's probably the best way to go on a diet.
Let's party. I know all the hottest bitches.
Sure you do, Droopy.
In other news, scientists have recently made a terrifying discovery about your nuts. In a recent study, every human testicle examined was found to contain microplastics. And just as a quick refresher, microplastics are byproducts of when a plastic product is exposed to the sun or UV rays and gets broken down into microscopic pieces of plastic debris that make their way into humans by either being breathed in the air or consumed in food and water. This is alarming to scientists as they weren't sure if microplastics were penetrating reproductive systems, but it could be one explanation for deteriorating reproductive rates. How much do you think your guys' nuts are plastic to nut?
I'd say
I mean, well,
97 to 3 ratio.
your nuts are 93% microplastics.
That sounds about right.
No, 93% testicle and 3% microplastic.
Well, that's only 96%. What's the other 4?
Wait, what am I saying wrong here? 97% testicle, 3% microplastic.
Okay, there we go. You think it's 3% microplastics? Then it's not. I wouldn't
Yes,
say it's
yes, I don't know.
microplastic. I mean, I'm sure that I have a high amount of microplastics in my body from all the bottles of soda I've drank over the years.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that'll do it.
but I don't think like if we took out one of my testicles, it would be 3% microplastics.
Well, in the
But I would think it would be because they don't go anywhere, so I would assume that I have a higher level of them probably than the three of you guys do.
well, in the 12 varieties of microplastics that they found in people's nards, the most prevalent was polymer polyethylene, which comes from plastic water bottles. And I'm guessing also Mountain Dew.
Yep, that's a safe guess.
And in some bad news for me, they also found microplastics in the testicles of every dog they examined as well. So I have plastic nuts too, you guys. This sucks.
Microplastics are kind of a big deal, from what I hear.
Yeah, they're huge in the testicle community right now. Random question. Do you guys like drugs?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Well, there's a new one going around that I'm curious to see if you guys would be into. It's a synthetic drug that comes from West Africa called Kush. And it's made from ground up human bones.
So this is a cannibalism drug.
I
Definitely
guess
not
so.
that.
Yeah. The other ingredients, maybe this will sell you on it, Geoff. It includes cannabis, tobacco, tramadol, fentanyl, and the key ingredient in the human bones, formaldehyde. Still passing?
Yeah, this is one drug I can easily stay away from.
The use of Kush.
Would you do it, Droopy?
I'm on it right now.
Well, it's not human. Like doing human, or it's not cannibalism for you. So whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. The use of Kush has grown so popular that cemeteries have had to up their security to crack down on grave robbers. So people were going in and just plucking bones and maybe rolling the skin off of them if, they're like a dried up dead zombie or something.
And where was this happening?
So this is happening mostly in South Africa, but experts believe that it is going to spread very quickly.
What experts and why do they think that this practice is going to spread out of the,
I believe,
for lack of a better term, out of the third world?
Well, they think that anytime a drug becomes popular, more people want to try it, and the reason why people enjoy this Kush, the effects of the drug are similar to synthetic cannabis, but you get a more euphoric effect due to the formaldehyde in the human bones. So apparently, formaldehyde, if you consume it in a drug sense, will give you a euphoric effect.
Well, isn't that why people smoked dippies?
That's right, yeah. This is like a more intense
Seems like
dippy.
Yeah, it seems like a whole lot of work to do when you can just dip a cigarette in formaldehyde and be on your way.
Some of the side effects of using this drug include ulcers, skin necrosis, eye infections, and kidney and liver issues. Overusing Kush has been linked to hundreds of fatalities from people overusing it. So it's almost like people are getting addicted to cannabis, tramadol, fentanyl, and human bones. Bunch of zombies.
How is this drug taken? Is it a pill? Is it smoked?
That is one bit of information I was not able to find. I'm guessing since there's cannabis and tobacco that you would smoke it.
So then it is just a new version of a dippy.
I mean, I got a big ass blunt of it rolled up right now, Shuddy, if you want to get weird.
Yeah, let's get weird.
And Geoff, we all know you're a pussy, so we'll blow you some shotguns.
Sweet, thanks.
Lip-to-lip contact. It's okay, because I'm a dog.
Fuck you, pussies.
And there you have it. There's today's installment of Droopy's Bad News.
Well, thank you, Droopy, for coming and ruining our day.
Yeah, Droopy likes to pop in at the end of the show and make sure everything ends on a down note. Except for those that are listening to the audio podcast, because then you get, the Easter egg after the theme song.
That is true.
Yeah. Well,
or for Patreon subscribers who get a whole nother show.
That is true. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? Droopy is fucking curled up on my kitchen floor right now, lighting said blunt of human bone kush. So things could get weird. I might get contact eye. And hey, who knows what'll happen on Patreon? I know one thing that's going to be happening in a couple short days is Crafter Geoff Shuddy Edition returns for its fourth magnificent season.
Fourth magnificent season.
Holy fucking shit. Man. This is the time to get in. If you've been on the fence, Crafter Geoff time is 100% the time to sign up for the Patreon. We got access to the whole back catalog of Patreon shows that we've done. It's all there. It's getting close to the summer. Lots of road trips, a lot of travel. You're going to need some stuff to listen to. So sign up, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Not only do you get access to all of this magnificent mountains of content, you also get to support the homies and help us keep the lights on in Puminati HQ. So check it out. You will not be disappointed. And damn it, can I not fucking wait to fire up Crafter Geoff again. Damn it, best time of year. I feel like a kid on Christmas.
Perfect too. Sports is dying down for the summer. This will bring me right into football season. Can't fucking wait.
Yeah, there you have it. Now you can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Geoff for Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. And also at John Cooper Movie. If you want to see the trailer for the second coming of John Cooper, it is up there, awaiting your eyeballs and ear holes. Hey, and speaking of sports and stuff, Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's golf stuff still?
Probably gonna do something for the NBA Finals. I've been off for the last week or so with my wisdom teeth removal surgery.
It's me.
And not
Son of a bitch.
really having a lot
Yeah.
sports that I got.
Get Spectrum Internet. It's awesome.
No.
Oh, is that mine?
No, that was
I thought I was
Kevin
the one
that was frozen.
Yeah. Shout out to Spectrum. This is what their higher tier of paying for internet sounds like. Fuck yeah. Sorry, Geoff. Real quick, NBA Finals, you said?
Yeah, NBA Finals Memorial Tournament for next week. Golf tournament.
There you go. Check it out. Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark. You can also check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Like we just said, if you want to watch these episodes instead of listen to them, but the audio podcast is the only place where you can hear the Easter egg that we record before we start every episode. And if you are a movie junkie like myself, you can check out patreon.com/Movie Night with Kevin. Just did a super fun episode on Killer Clowns from Outer Space, one of my all-time favorite horror movies.
Are you going to get the video game?
Yes.
That just came out. Draven's been playing it for the last couple of days.
What? I thought it came out June 4th. It's already out?
Yeah.
Fuck me. Well, he probably plays on PC, right?
Nope, he plays it on PS5.
What the?
Or on his Xbox.
Fuck! All right, well, I have to check this out. But yeah, I'm very, very interested in the Killer Clowns game. It's like a PvP where 3 people play as clowns and 7 people play as humans, and then you're pit up against each other. And this coming Friday, to cap off Creature Feature Month, I'm doing 1982's The Thing.
Spooky season number 2.
No, this is halfway to Halloween season, Shuddy Boy.
Halfway to spooky season.
Incorrect. I think that's about it.
Point to spooky season.
I think it's all we got. For everybody who is a member of Patreon Land, we'll see you soon. But for everybody else, thank you for listening. And until next time, something.